4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated. The drums of war thunder once again.
So, we previously talked about the first Zealous, the number 60, my original first and only character. This is the second Zealous. So this is Zealous on Chrommagus PvP EU. And he was level 70, honestly, and I accidentally logged on and he insta-dinged. He discovered Stormwind and just insta-dinged. And these two axes were in the mail for him. I'm not going to play the character right now. I will. This was the Chrommagus version of the Guild Tabard. So if we go back to Thunderhorn, then we can see this was the original version of the Guild Tabard. I've been disconnected. Brilliant. So we'll go back to Chrommagus. So this was my main character for Burning Crusade and Wrath. This was my hunter. This is Isla Maya. I think that swishing sound is that axe, which is kind of cool. I don't remember what gear she's got on. It's a mix of gladiator gear. PvP was the thing. The Mage was my other character, as you're more than aware. The other 80 I got was a druid, who I did actually run the Black Temple on. So this is Meta Valis. The other ones were just things I played around with. So I played around with Shaman when it came along. I played around with a Death Knight very briefly. I started a Warlock, but never got any further than this. And this was my bank, the bank with the cool hat. We're going to tonight, right now, log on to these characters for the first time in 10 years, at least 10 years. And we're going to go on to the Mage first. There we go. So 25 tabards, other stuff came up then. Your talents have been reset. So I've got 8k health, 11.25k mana. Wars on two fronts. Blackthorn, you have been called upon once again to assist the Alliance in matters of great import. Will you assist the Alliance efforts against Deathwing and the Twilight Hammer, or will you fly south to Pandaria, claiming its resources before the Horde does first? Make your choice and head into battle. Use the special duty assignments to select your next adventure destination. Okay, let's receive that. So I am in Dalaran. This is where I logged out, clearly. Tabard of the Achiever has been added to your appearance. So I've no idea what that's about. Obviously, I was a tailor and I got my flying mount to maximum. And I can indeed still fly. So I hope that counts in Azeroth. I find the interface very strange. So let's look at the gear. Deadly Gladiators, Silk Handguards. Interesting, these numbers look really small to me. 16 intellect, 24 stamina, item level 100. It seems very strange to me. So Primatic Socket, but it's gone. There's no gem in it. I pretty much could assure you I had gems in everything. Titan Forged Cord of Dominance, Deadly Gladiators Silk Trousers, Titan Forged Slippers of Dominance. So I've got 2 Titan Forged and 2 Deadly Gladiator that side, and we've got Titanium Spell Shock Ring, Furious Gladiators Band of Dominance, Pendant of the Violet Eye, Badge of the Infiltrator. I don't remember this. Wrathful Gladiators Endgame, Titan Steel Spellblade, Titan Forge Cuffs of Salvation. Now, I don't remember what Titan Forging is. I really don't. Deadly Gladiator Silk Cow, Titanium Spell Shock Necklace, Deadly Gladiators Silk Armis, Furious Gladiators Cloak of Subjugation, and Deadly Gladiators Silk Raiment. And then a dark shirt that I made myself. Reputation is pretty high. Kirin Tor, nearly exalted. Never really did these. I suppose in the last 10 years I could have. Currency, I have no idea what that is. Epicurean's Award, Spirit Shards, and Champion's Seal. Okay, my bags are full. Like, really, really filled. I have no idea why they're that filled. Master Clarku's fishing pole, so I've got a rare fishing pole. Dragon Whelpling. Firecracker's Salmon. 9 spell power. I'm sure that is why I kind of remember fishing for that. I couldn't tell you where it was. There's the special duty assignments. Key to refurbish Shredder. This is all meat and stuff. Hot apple cider. Boulder Fist Key. I wonder what that was then. Netherweave, Runic Mana Potions, Frostweave Bandages, Infinite Dust. So I generally played this character as a Fire Mage, but obviously at some point it's defaulted to Arcane. I don't know why. I'm going to guess that you can only have these spells when you are full Arcane spec. So I need to learn those when I come back to it, but I'm not touching it right now. I know nothing about it. The spells I've got: Conjure, Displacement, teleports you back to where you last blinked from. So you can go forward and backward now. Okay, fine. I'm not going to look anymore at my bags. I don't know much about any of these. So let's have a look at guild. Clearly not in a guild. Thought I was. Collections, sets. Merciless Gladiators Silk Armor from Season 2. I kind of remember having parts of this. So there you go, it's saying I had those 4 pieces. Oldor Regalia from Gruul's Lair. I had the boots. It's kind of cool. So there we go, that's the gear I'm wearing. I don't need to visit a transmogrifier because I'm actually wearing the real thing. This was the bank, wasn't it, I think? Let's go in here.
Light be with you.
So, Winterfell Ritual Totem, Deadwood Ritual Totem, Evergreen Pouch, lots of Soul Essence, Fell Raiments, Coil Fang Armaments are now useless, Crypt Fiend parts are now useless. So these are all the tabards I had: Scryer's Tabard, Guild Tabard, Tabard of the Shattered Sun, Tabard of the Scarlet Crusade, and the Competitor's Tabard. Spellweave crafting reagent. So
For the Alliance.
I'm guessing they're from things I built. Oh, sounds. Well, it sounds like wood and dirt. It doesn't sound like a stone floor. Where's my hearthstone set to? Where is my hearthstone? There it is. Silver Covenant Pavilion. Don't know where that is. Don't have my keys. Adventures Guide. Pandaria is the suggested content. Vast Jar, Mount Hyjal, Blackrock Caverns, Throne of Tides, Skirmishes, Arenas, Battle Pets. No idea about these. So what do I recognise? Blackrock Caverns. No idea. Need to look this up. End of Time, Grim Battle. I mean, these names mean things to me. Dead Mines, obviously. Well of Eternity. Zul'Aman, Zul'Gurub. These all mean things to me. Dungeons, Zul'Gurub. I thought it was a raid. So let's. I mean, I don't know why I had all this in my bag. Look, tons and tons and tons of stuff. Reclaimer's key. We discovered a key belonging to you in the Twisting Nether and noted that it was no longer useful. Please accept this recompense in lieu of your key. Keymaster. We discovered a key belonging to you, so the same thing. It took all my keys off me. We have taken the route of changing your spirit shards into a more portable and convenient form. We hope that this message finds you in good spirits. Get it, AA. Dalaran currency exchange. Reclaimer's key. Dear sir, enclosed you will find an amount of coin corresponding to the current fair market value of your over-the-cap justice point at 76 silver, 47 each. So it's giving me 114 gold. Currency conversion. Enclosed you will find an amount of coin corresponding to the current fair market value of your honor points. 300 gold. So I've now got just shy of 500 gold. But it's took my honor off me. Titles: Corporal or of Stormwind. So Arcane Mage. Let's sort out that first of all. Let's go for specialization. Fire, activate. Okay. Spellbook. Big Fat Pyroblast. Time Warp. Slow for invisibility. Polymorph. Remove curse. Move counter spell up a bit. So let's have a read. Portals. They're over there. So portal. The teleport is now one. It's one icon. It's quite nice. Quite like that. Slow fall. So I've got mirror image is not there. Mana Sapphire. No idea if they can be used or not. So time. Remove cursor. Scorch. Scorch I kind of know. Scorch there. Incanter's Flow is a passive. Pyroblast. Fireball. Scorch. Critical Mass. Your spells have a 15% increased chance to deal critical strike. Cauterize. Fatal damage instead brings you 35 health and then burns you for Fatal damage instead brings you to 35% health and then burns you for 28% of your maximum health over 6 seconds. While burning, movement speed suppressed. The effect can occur more than once every 5 minutes, so that's pretty bad. Right, so warp the flow of time, increasing haste by 30% for all party and raid members for 40 seconds. Allies will be unable to benefit from bloodlust, terrorism. Right. So that's a strangey thing. Arcane intellect, increased intellect by 10%, so not an amount. And my intellect's gone down since being an arcane mage a moment ago. What's that about? Spell steal. Steal's a beneficial spell. So let's go to page 2. Enhanced pyrotechnics. Each time your fireball fails to critically strike a target, it gains a stacking 10% increased critical strike chance effect. Ends when the fireball critically strikes. Hot streak. Getting 2 direct damage critical strikes in a row will make your next pyroblast rune strike instant cast. And ignite is a passive. Okay. Every man for myself. Mobile banking. Shoot. Requires wands. Could have sworn I had a wand. Good. Where's my wand? There it is. Brimstone igniter. It's right there. Mount up. Passive. Human spirit. Passive. Armor skills. Passive. Every man for myself. Passive. Auto attack. Diplomacy. Quick and the dead. Master riding. Weapon skills. So let's now go to specializations, talents. So fire starter, your fireball and pyroblast spells always deal a critical strike when the target is above 90% health. Pyromaniac casting fireblast while the hot streak is active has a 5% to instantly reactivate hot streak. Scorch deals 100% increased damage and is guaranteed critical strike when the target is below 30% health. So do I want to start big or do I want to end big? I think I want to start big. Blazing Soul, casting blink ignites a blazing barrier around you. Shimmer teleports you 20 yards forwards unless something is in the way, unaffected by the global cooldown. Cast by one casting. Blast Wave deals an explosion around yourself, dealing 135. We'll have that. Incanter's Flow, magical energy flows through you while in combat, building up to 20% increased damage and then diminishing down to 4% increased damage, cycling every 10 seconds. Mirror image creates 3 copies of you. 40 seconds. Runic Powers places a rune of power on the ground for 10 seconds, which increases your spell damage by 40% while you stand within it 8 yards. Since I'm going to do PvE, I'll take that. Flame On, reduce the cooldown of Fire Blast by 2 seconds and increase the maximum number of charges by 1. Charges? Charges? Is that what those markers were up there before? Dragon's Breath, always critically strike, contributes hot streak. Phoenix Flames, hurls a phoenix that deals 528 damage to the target and splashes 140 damage by nearby targets. Always deals
Citizens of Dalaran, raise your eyes to the skies and observe.
Whoa.
Today our world's destruction has been averted in defiance of our very makers.
Cool.
Algalon the Observer, Herald of the Titans, has been defeated by our brave comrades in the depths of the Titan city of Ulduar. Algalon was sent here to judge the fate of our world. He found a planet whose races had deviated from the Titans' blueprints. A planet where not everything had gone according to plan. Cold logic deemed our world not worth saving. Cold logic, however, does not account for the power of free will. It's up to each of us to prove this is a world worth saving. That our lives are worth living.
This is a weird effect. Didn't expect that, but cool. So what we're going to have: Dragon's Breath, Whisper Strikes, Flame on, reduce the cooldown of Fire Blast. I haven't got Fire Blast. Fire Blast. Here, Hot Streak is passive. Combustion. Dragon's Breath. Fireball. Fireball. So they're things as well. Instant. Talents. Reduce the cooldown to survival. I'll have that. Casting Scorch increases your movement speed by 30% for 3 minutes. Gotta have that. PvP talent slots. Click to select a talent. Adaption. Replaces an honourable medallion passive. Removes the loss of control effect during 5 seconds or more. This effect can only occur every once every minute. Relentless. Duration of incoming card control effects reduced by 20%. Does not stack similar effects. Removes all movement impairing effects. What's called loss. Draw character on the PvP. Tinder. You have not. If you have not cast Fireball for 8 seconds, your next Fireball will deal 30% increased damage. Increase the cast of Flame Strike by increased damage done by 20%. Ignite burns all for full damage, 100% faster, but no longer spreads to nearby enemies. I wonder if that's good. Firestarter, your Fireball reduces cooldown of combustion 5 seconds. After standing still in combat for 2 seconds, your maximum health increased by 3%. Damage will increase by 3%. Your range of arms are. Hurls an immense fiery boulder that deals up to 35% of target's total health in fire damage. Sorry, gotta have that. Passive, instant. Right. So I'm kind of talented up, but I've got empty slots here. Passive, passive, passive. Scorch, runic power, ice block. What the? I've never seen a human that shape. Hold. So I'm going over there. Let's go have a look. So I'm just going to go down here, have a look for a target to shoot. I don't care what. Is this wall 1?
a target. I don't have a target. I can't carry anymore.
Restores 12,000 health.
Inventory is full.
I don't remember what I'm doing. Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. Oh, it's looted everything for me. Okay, cool. Mounts, Blonde's Dragon, Squeakster. Bronze Dragon, Swift Brown Steed. So this is definitely just Blackthorns. This was my original man. These are off other characters. Kind of cool. So let's go to Ironforge. I feel like I'm a long way away from my character. I feel like I'm like way up in the sky playing Dota rather than playing WoW. Mage.
Hi, you're a tall one. Very well then.
Okay. Gonna go drink. I'm gonna dump a load of this stuff. I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. Yeah. There we go.